Oh yeah!
YouTube, Google+, Facebook, Twitter, welcome back to another exciting episode. Before I get started with the gaming news, I want to briefly touch on a subject, and I mean briefly, because I don't want to cover much time on it, but I noticed there's been a couple of videos I've seen of YouTubers making fun of other YouTubers who are making videos because of the way they film their videos or the way they act in the videos. And for me, I would definitely not do that. You won't see that personally here with me attacking any YouTubers. I never tear down the walls of anybody. I always try to bring others up around me, help them out. So no negativity. I hope that others would follow the same thing, because they're spreading the message of joy and happiness of the Nintendo, the same thing you like. They're just filming it differently. So just kind of disconcerting to see those kind of videos, and just letting you guys know you won't see that here. And anyways, back to the gaming news. Masahiro Sakurai is taking an extended vacation because the Smash Bros. Development ends. They have finished with the final two characters of Corn and Bayonetta, so they are getting their rest on. Man, he looks young. He looks like he belongs in high school. I wish I could look that good. Get that rest, get that relaxation. Drink some pina coladas for me. Now, we've heard it many times before, but at the financial meeting, the president of Nintendo, Tatsumi Kimishima, stated that the 3DS is continuing to be a major pillar for the Nintendo business, and it is going nowhere. So he's promising there are several strong more titles on the way. The strategy they're focusing on is to make software that people are going to want to play, and then create an environment where people see these people playing around them with their 3DSs with those games and want to play them too. So that is their strategy for the next couple of years. So they are focusing on bringing some very strong titles to the Nintendo 3DS to achieve that goal. That statement alone tells me that the NX is a two-part machine. That's what I'm guessing, because I can't see why they would bring out this hybrid machine and kill off their Nintendo 3DS, which is sold 54 million units worldwide. So my guess is, from hearing this news been stated over and over, that the Nintendo NX is a hybrid machine, but it is two parts. So we very well may be seeing the console version first and then the handheld the following year. There's been rumors flying back and forth of which one's coming first, but from all these statements that I keep reading at the financial meetings and so on from Nintendo, it sounds like the 3DS is going nowhere and they're going to keep supporting it. So that means that the NX most likely is going to be the console version first and then the handheld the following year. Reverse of what a lot of other people are saying, where they keep saying, oh, it's the handheld first and then the console the following year. But from that statement, I'm going to say, taking a big guess here and saying that it's the console part first, if it's correct, because I just can't see them killing off the 3DS unless they are making a hybrid machine and it's all in one, and they are just going to keep supporting the 3DS just to until the NX gets out the door and stands on its own and support two different systems. That is my other theory. So we shall see what happens. But it's very interesting to read that they feel that the Nintendo 3DS, even though the sales have been slowing down a little bit, they are going to push a lot more products at it instead of just letting it slowly die off and bring something else out new. They're going to throw in a bunch of big software titles coming, a lot of ones we haven't seen yet, and make people want to play those 3DSs. Hopefully, if they do that, they throw some more stuff at the new Nintendo 3DS because that's the one that's not selling the best, and it's my favorite system. And the reason why it's not selling the best is because they haven't done anything with it. They just basically gave us, one game maybe that fully supports it by itself. Hyrule Warriors Legends could possibly be a second one, but they knew the new Nintendo 3DS wasn't selling so well, so they decided to port it to both systems, the older ones and the new system. And that's why you see the graphics looking a little rougher on the older models, whereas it looks better on the new Nintendo 3DS. And new Nintendo 3DS supports the 3D while the older models don't. I have a feeling that the original plan was to make Hyrule Warriors Legends a new Nintendo 3DS exclusive, but since the units weren't selling as well as they expected, they decided to port it to the older system also, and that's why you see a difference in graphics between the older and new model, and the supporting 3D on the newer model where the older models don't. So very interesting to see what's going on here. The last bit of news that I saw was a rumor that a very graphical PlayStation 4 game is coming to the Nintendo NX. And from the sound of it, it sounded like this title was an older title. I hope they learn their lesson and Nintendo won't let third-party publishers push a bunch of their old games to the Nintendo NX. But it's okay with some of the bigger ones, I guess, because they can sell still. So I'm taking a guess, and I would say this is Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, if I was taking a guess. If you guys have anything you can think it is, just leave it in the comments below what you think the game would be, if it is a very graphical game on the PlayStation 4 that could possibly come to the NX. In this picture you see here, this is my friend Cliff's Moore work. He makes a lot of cool retro labels for systems for all your old games, so pretty much any system that you have or any games you have, you can contact him. I'll leave his information in the description below so you can contact him, and he makes cool labels and makes custom labels too, so a lot of cool custom labels for all your games, so very cool stuff. Anyways, that is all I have for today. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and if you hit that like button, you will give this cute kitten a nice home. Anyways, as always, have a good one. Take care.